children, I hope you all enjoyed our last story, The Donkey Has No Brains. If you haven't watched it yet, you can catch it on our YouTube channel or on our Facebook and Instagram pages. And now, are you ready for Guess the Animals quiz? The fourth story has two characters in it, one animal and one bird. The clues for the animal are, these animals are called decapods as they have 10 legs and mostly walk sideways. A group of these is called a caste and the young one is called a hatchling. And these animals have their teeth in their stomach. And the clues for the bird are, these birds are found everywhere in all continents except the Antarctica. These birds have long legs that help them wade through water when looking for food, and in cartoons they're mostly depicted as delivering babies. If you haven't guessed the characters yet, you can wait for our peekaboo poster and poem that will go up on Friday, which will give you additional clues. Also, we have an announcement to make. We are taking up birthday requests. Details have been put up on Facebook and Instagram. Please subscribe to our channel, follow us on Facebook and Instagram, share our videos and hit the like button. See you on Saturday. Bye. Hi children, are you all ready for the fourth story? Titi, which animal story would you like to listen to?
Hello Bob and Lulu. I would like to hear the story about the stork.
The stork is the bird that is found in all continents other than Antarctica, that has long legs and in cartoons is often shown as delivering babies. The other animal that is called a decapod, whose young one is called a hatchling and who has teeth in its stomach, is the crab. And today's story is about the stork and the crab. Once upon a time, there lived a stork by the side of a tank. There were plenty of fish in the tank and the stork had enough food to eat. But as years passed, the stork grew old and weak. He found it difficult to catch all the fish that he wanted for his food, and at times he had to go without any food. The stork feared that he would die of starvation, very much like the lion from the previous story. So the stork thought of a plan. One day, he stood by the side of the tank, looking sad. He didn't even try to catch the fish that swam past him. The fish, frogs and crabs in the tank noticed how sad the stork looked and wondered what happened to him. A little crab went to the stork and said, "Uncle, why are you looking so sad? And why are you not eating your food?" The stork said, "I have spent all my life by the side of this tank and have always been very happy. Now things are going to change. All the fish in the tank will die and I will have no food left." "But why, Uncle?" asked the crab. The stork replied, "I heard some people say that they will fill this tank up with mud and grow crops over it. When that happens, none of the fish will be left alive." The frogs, crabs and fish heard what the stork said and they grew alarmed. Children, alarmed means to get frightened. They got frightened when they heard the stork say that none of the fish would be left alive in the tank. They all went to the stork and said, Uncle, you have given us bad news. You are very wise. You have to tell us how we can avert this danger." Avert means to prevent. The stork replied, I am only an old bird, but I can help you in a small way. I know of a tank that is bigger and deeper, and that is some distance away. That can't be filled up so easily. If you want, I can take you all there. Uncle, you are our only friend, said a little fish. You have to save us. You have to take all of us to that other tank. It is a difficult task, said the stork, but I will try my best. Take me first, cried all the fish in the tank. Have some patience, please, said the stork. I can only carry a few fish at a time, and I will try to make as many trips as possible. You must know I am old now, and I will need to take a little rest after each trip. Saying that, the stork set out on his first trip. He carried a few fish in his beak and flew away. However, he did not take them to the big tank as promised, but took all those fish to a big rock, set them there and ate them up. When the stork finished eating these fish, he flew back to the tank, picked some more fish, flew back to the big rock and made a meal of them. Having satisfied his hunger for the time being, he rested for a while. When he grew hungry, he flew back to the tank again and picked up some more fish. The stork flew back to the tank as often as he grew hungry. Still in the tank remained the little crab. He felt he should also leave that place and save himself. Uncle, you must also save me, said the crab. The stork was getting tired of eating fish and thought he should try a crab for a change. Of course, my young friend, I will be happy to help you. Come with me and I will take you to the big tank. The crab was very happy when the stork picked him up and flew away. After a little while, the crab looked down. He wanted to see the big tank that he was going to live in, but he could see no water anywhere. The stork began to fly down. Uncle, I don't see any water down there. Where are you taking me? Where is the big tank you said you would take me to? Laughed the stork. Do you see that big rock down there? I am taking you to that rock. And that is where I took all the other fish to as well. The crab could now see the rock clearly. On the rock, he saw heaps of fish bones. The crab got frightened. He knew that the stork would take him down to the big rock, kill him, and eat him up. The crab thought hard, and then suddenly he dug his sharp claws into the stork's neck. The stork struggled and flapped his wings and tried his best to get rid of the crab. But the crab kept on pressing his claws and pressed the stork's neck hard. Soon the stork fell to the ground. The crab cut off the stork's neck and dragged it all the way back to the tank that he lived in. The crab's friends were surprised to see him back and said, "Hey friend, how come you're back? And what happened to the stork?" The crab said, Here he is, but only his neck. And the crab told his friends how the stork was cheating all of them and how the crab had put an end to him. What a mean old stork, telling all those wicked lies to those poor little fish. But weren't the fish also foolish to have trusted a bird that ate fish? What do you think is the moral of the story? Please leave the moral in the comment section below, either on our Facebook or on our Instagram page. I hope you all enjoyed the story. And now it's time for the birthday wishes. Happy birthday, children.
Happy birthday, Arjun.
Hi Aryan, Mama is wishing you a many happy returns of the day. Stay happy and healthy always. May all your dreams come true.
Wishing you a very happy birthday, Tithi. May all your wishes be fulfilled. Love you, Mama.
Happy birthday to our darling daughter. Baby, we miss you very much. Love you lots. God bless. Have a nice birthday.
God bless you.
Happy birthday, Gundana Dhruvita baby. If you continue to be a good boy and listen to Atta, I will let you watch iMac twice a day, whenever you want.
Barbie.
Hi! I hope you all enjoyed our last story, The Stork and the Crab. If you haven't watched it yet, you can view the video either on the Bubble Rooms or on our Instagram page or on our YouTube channel. And if you watched it and enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button and share our video. And now it's time to read out the moral of the story. What I like about the Panchatantra stories is that there is so much to learn from them and each story can have more than one moral. Dhruvid says, one should not trust another easily. Radhika and Shiven say, never trust anyone that you don't know. Avik says, as you sow, so shall you reap. Shaurya says, think before you believe someone. Archana says, make smart choices. Always be alert around strangers. And Sharav says, never blindly believe in hearsay and lies do not get you anywhere. Truth always comes out. That's a good moral. Thank you all. And now it's time to pick a winner from our Guess the Animals quiz. We have 4 correct entries this time. Avik and Kian, Pranavi, Vaibhav, and Sharav. And the lucky winner is Vaibhav. Vaibhav, we'll get in touch with you and you'll get to announce the moral of the 5th episode. Bye.